But yeah, it's tricky. Sometimes people feel they have to leave Brisbane because they've got to go to the big smoke. But it can be very tough down there. You know, a lot of competition, and so I'm happy here for the time being.
Well, I suppose for you guys working as actors, you're relying on people like Richard to stay here and write plays and to put them on. So
give us work.
Yeah. I mean, Richard, you said you were in London before, I think. Yeah. How did were you born and raised in Brisbane?
Yeah, I just went over there for 2 years, as you do, and did a course at a theatre called the Royal Court Theatre. They have a young writers program, which is terrific, and that's where I really. I learned a lot of craft, I guess, and skills stuff there that really empowered me, actually, because so many years you're writing and you don't know what you're doing, and you're sort of clambering in the dark, sort of trying out different things, and doing that course really allowed me to focus on I guess the craft aspects of writing. Yep. Yeah.
So was there any intention to stay over there instead of coming back?
To be honest with you, I would have loved to, but I just couldn't because of the visa situation. But it's been so lovely coming back here, actually, because when I first wrote the very first draft of the play, it wasn't set in Brisbane. It wasn't set anywhere. But during the development process, I've really made it set here, and it's been really nice to bring out that local element in it, because sometimes the more specific you make something, the more universal it becomes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it's sort of is it act locally, think globally, or
something like that?
Yeah. So that's what I mean when I mentioned before about 25 Down being, particularly a Brisbane story. I mean, it's probably a universal theme, this whole,
absolutely,
quarter-life crisis thing.
Yeah.
Liam, your thoughts on the whole, people moving down south to look for work? Have you done that?
Well, I mean, I lived in Brisbane all my life, and it was funny. I was looking to move to Sydney sort of just before I got this role, and then I got this, and I was like, well, might as well stick around for a bit. But I mean, I'd definitely like to, try working in other places and stuff. And I mean, I think it's going to be hard anywhere you work. Like in Brisbane, there are a lot of people after a little bit of work, and then Sydney, there's a lot more people going for a little bit more work than there is in Queensland.
That's right. Yeah.
It's always going to be hard everywhere, but I mean,
Your guys' tips for the Origin tonight?
Oh, what's the Origin?
Well,
they got it performed.
As a New South Welshman, I don't know. I'm happy in Queensland, so the results never really affect me that much.
That was a not serious question. This is great. 25 Down's playing obviously until
4th of July.
4th of July, and so a few matinees and night performances, which is great. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and it's great that obviously Richard and you guys are obviously part of Brisbane theatre and getting this sort of stuff happening, which is rare, and I think it should be happening more often. And it's good that people like QTC and the WAD, as you said, are supporting this
it's great.
So I think you guys agree with that. Best of luck with all the shows, you guys. Thank you for joining us on Last Night Tonight.
So there you have it. All the information is on your screen. I'm not going to read it for you because it's right in front of you. 25 Down, it's a great play. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm just assuming that it's a great play. Showing at the Billy Brown Studio, as I've said about 10 times tonight. Not at Le What Studio. Not at Le What? No! Quack. All right, that's our show for tonight. Thanks, Rish. My thanks to the guys and girls from the Queensland Theatre Company and 25 Down for joining us, of course. Jessica Stein, Larry the Bee was The Fly, sorry, was a big guest of the show tonight. We thank him. Of course, Marisha Parker and the Daniel Smith Six. Marisha, thank you for joining us.
No worries.
Big week planned this week?
Yep. Big week.
Good.
Yep.
All right. And my thanks to Jessica. Actually, just watch. There's a bee right next. Jessica, just watch out. Don't move. He's trying to steal your food, and he's got it now. That's disappointing. Okay. Can someone get the Mortein? Yeah, good cross there. Thanks, Larry the Bee. My thanks to him. And Jessica, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course. Have some water if you like.
Thank you.
Or some coffee, more or less. DeBella Coffee, thank you to Phil as well. We'll see you next week for more Last Night Tonight. My thanks to all our guests again, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Last Night Tonight with Daniel Smith, proudly sponsored by DeBella Coffee.